Hi, welcome to the Game Changers. So today is Monday. So we are going to talk about, on Mondays and Thursdays, we are going to talk about first a little bit of psychology. Then we'll go about what the trade setup was for the day. And we'll have a look at what to expect tomorrow. So today I want to talk about a very interesting person. His name is Alexander Elder. If you have heard of him, he has written the book called Trading for a Living. It's very good and everybody should have a read about it if they are serious about this profession. So what he had said, I'm not sure of the exact quote, but he had said something on these lines where if you have to follow a right process and money is secondary for a successful trader. What does that mean? It means कि तुम तुम्हारा काम करो with whatever you know, whatever you have tested, whatever you have back tested, right? And if you know that this strategy works in the long run, you just follow it because that is in our control. If you think about it, in any sphere of life, ऐसा देखा जाए, result हमारे हाथ में कभी रहता नहीं है. It is always about कि we have to stick to the process, stick to the strategy, and then results will automatically follow. As a trader, जब मैं confident हूं मेरे processes के बारे में, मेरे setups के बारे में, तो मैं सिर्फ वही करता हूं. And that is all that I can do. आज प्रॉफिट होता है या लॉस होता है या ब्रेक इवन ट्रेड होता है, ये मेरे हाथ में नहीं है. इट इज आउट ऑफ माई कंट्रोल. सो आई फोकस अ लॉट ऑन डूइंग द थिंग्स राइट ऑफ समथिंग इन माई कंट्रोल. आई ट्राई टू डू इट राइट. बाकी सब भगवान भरोसे. सो दैट इज वॉट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. चलो कम नाउ लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट कि आज ट्रेड सेटअप क्या था. इट वॉज एक्चुअली अ वेरी इजी डे. आई टेल यू व्हाई. सो अ सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ सेटअप लाइक टुडे had happened I think on Thursday. So क्यों? The high had broken. It had broken out and then the high had failed yesterday. The Wednesday's high. It had failed. It had made a pivot on the downside and then this was the breakdown. You can have a look at it on the Thursday's video or you will get to understand better what I was talking about. Now, what happened today was, let me mark yesterday's low. When I mark yesterday's low, what we can see is that it was broken down convincingly. तो लोगों को ऐसा लगता रहेगा कि शॉर्ट कर लेते हैं. But I wait for my setup. So I waited for a consolidation or a pullback. A pullback came. I was waiting for the breakdown after this, but the breakdown never happened. What happened was, price went much higher. What that meant is, it's not a great risk reward for me to short. And that means this breakdown had actually failed. So I was waiting for a setup to go long. It is exactly opposite to what had happened on Thursday. Thursday, the high had failed and it was a setup to short. Today, the low has failed and it was a setup to go long. What was the trade setup? The trade setup, there was an entry here. This was a stop loss. And my target of 1:2 was achieved. Very easily, very quick. It was an easy, simple kind of day. Not a lot of complications. Not a lot of confusion. Today was quite easy. Now let's have a look at what to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a little bit more trickier. Because if I see on an hourly chart of Bank Nifty, I'm going to remove these drawings. Now, on an hourly chart of Bank Nifty, price has actually gone up today. but the overall trend is down, right? Now, if there has to be a potentially upside move, I would want the price to sustain above this 50 moving average on hourly. What do I mean by that? I've already marked this line on an hourly time frame. Now I'm going to go on a 3-minute time frame. What I want is a significant move higher such that it breaks this line, consolidates, and then breaks up. This would be a long entry. For a short entry, it's even easier because today's has been a update. Overall trend is down. So I would want to wait for the 61.8% of today to break on the downside. If this breaks on the downside, the 61.8 consolidates and breaks down, that would be enough for me to short. I would prefer to actually go long rather than short, but this is my personal bias and this is just a bias. If my system says something else, I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow my system. But in my mind, I have a certain bias that I would want to be a little bit long because I feel the overall market has fallen quite a bit. And a little bit of correction on the upside or a move on the upside will be a bit healthy. So this is the view for Monday. I had posted a positional view over the weekend. So if you get time, have a look at it. Let's not confuse both. My intraday views can be different to my positional views, and I do not confuse both of them. I'm very clear in my mind that one is meant for a shorter time frame, one is meant for a longer duration. So just keep that difference in mind and see you tomorrow. See you on Tuesday. Thank you.